Hello? Oh, I can hear it now. Who's calling?
Hi, this is Dixie calling for Eric.
Oh, what's up? What's up? Yeah, we live right now. Before we start, though, I got to say my intro. What up, world? It's your boy, Eric Stackz from My Rap Mentor. And for those who don't know me, I'm a rapper, rap coach, and radio host. I specialize in teaching rappers and artists how to rap, brand, build money, so on and so on. So, Dixie, I know we had a conversation about the micro niche and building fan bases, so that's going to be the primary subject matter for today. But before we get into it, tell them what you do, tell them where you from, let the audience get to know you. Hello?
Okay. Hello.
Yep, I can hear you.
Well, I'm basically an independent singer-songwriter in the traditional country field.
Okay, country, our first country artist.
And I am pleased to say that my video for my song Headed South is about to roll over to 500,000 views on Facebook.
500,000 views. Man.
Yes.
What's the name of it again? Tell them where to find it.
Headed South.
Headed South. 500,000 views. How long did it take you to get to that point?
I've been promoting it for about 4 years, but I didn't know what I was doing till last year when I got with Red 39 Management. And there's a big difference between knowing what you're doing and not having a clue. And Chip Latham at Red 39 has just been invaluable to me. He showed me how to do the Facebook ads, how to do the particular thing, people with a particular interest. And so basically there was a little bit there, but once I started working with Chip, it just ballooned and it just kept on. And today, when I got up this morning, it was 499,000. So I'm expecting to hit 500,000 today or tomorrow.
Hey, congrats.
And I told him if I didn't think my back would snap in two, I'd do a cartwheel when I hit it.
Yeah, I would too. I might have to break my back. How long would it how long would it say it took you once you let's take it back. Okay, when you didn't know what you was doing, how many views did you accumulate when you didn't know what you was doing?
Probably 200,000.
200,000? Wait, 200,000 and not knowing what you're doing?
Not knowing what I was doing.
Hey, you need to mentor up here. So once you figured it out, how many extra views did you get on top of that once you figured it out?
Once I figured it out, which was about maybe a year and a half ago, then it just took off. Once I figured out how to do that targeted thing, like to choose an audience, the right kind of an audience.
Yes.
Because before I started dealing with Chip, I was just trying to deal with the age and the geographic location. I didn't know I could go that extra step and pick people that liked Brooks and Dunn, Alan Jackson, Dolly Parton, people like that.
Yes.
And then once I was able to do the target audience, it just took off. And another thing, you know as well as I do, people will eat you alive on the internet.
Yes.
And all the time I have been promoting this, I have only had two, not really, well, one was a negative comment and he used foul language, so I deleted that because I don't appreciate foul language. And the other one was from a gentleman, and he made what just was an inappropriate remark. He didn't say anything bad about the video, but he made an inappropriate remark, so I removed that. Everything else is positive.
That's good, especially when you start.
That's amazing, because normally you get eaten alive.
Yes, like especially once you start creeping up into those numbers that you're creeping up into, the 500,000 number. That's when like you get a lot of people and you might get a lot of haters. Because usually when you're marketing to your fan base, your core, they love what you do. But yeah, so that's really good. And when I heard your songs, and mind you, I don't listen to a lot of country music, but I do listen to some, and I heard it, and I like the song, I like the video, I like the visual. And it goes back to, I like how you said you did targeted marketing. I think in hip hop and even other genres, rock, we have a tendency as artists of trying to promote to everybody. You know what I mean? So I think it was smart that you said you targeted more than just age. You targeted it down to the like similar artists, so on and so on. So how long did it take you to learn that aspect?
Chip taught me that in the very beginning. He said I had to have the target audience. He said I should pick somebody that I sound like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't sound like anybody. I sound like me.
Uh-huh.
So I opted to go with, and I started with artists that I like, because I figure if I like their music, then people that listen to my song, you know,
well, more than
would
likely,
like their music. So if you like one, you might like the other. And especially me being traditional country, not this modern day,
like
what
the
they're
style,
selling
the
as
pop
country music. I'm traditional. Right. Whatever it is.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
I'm a Haggard and Jones gal myself. You know, give me a steel guitar and I'm just going to cry over it. But that's what I did. I picked artists that I like, artists that I listen to their music. And I picked Haggard and Jones and Patsy Cline and Emmylou Harris and people like that.
Yes,
Hank Williams Jr. Hank Williams. I mean, yeah.
I do think that's really important because a lot of times as artists, we don't know who we sound like, right? So I think the best way, how I usually do it is kind of like you said, what artists that I like, because 9 times out of 10, you probably got some of their DNA in you by influence, or I try to look at if I was going on tour and I curated my own tour, what artists would I bring on my tour? So I think that has a very good way of narrowing down your direction. Was it any lifestyle choices you chose when you was targeting your artists other than just the music?
No, I just went for the music.
Just for the music?
I didn't go anything else except the artist.
Mm-hmm. I think another way too, because once my co-hosts get here, we'll talk more about that. But I think one of the things that I've learned that's been working for me is creating music that's a soundtrack for people's lives. What I came to realize is most people just like music that fits within their lifestyle. So I think that's what I've learned. Have you ever experienced that? Knowingly, unknowingly?
Well, I don't consider myself like a traditional songwriter because my songs come to my head. I don't try to write them. Like my song Headed South is about getting old. It's about aging. And I just happened to catch sight of myself in a full-length mirror one Saturday, and I just started laughing. And I went to the kitchen table, and I got a pencil and paper, and I wrote it down. It just showed up in my head because when I took a good look at myself, I went, everything that once went east and west is finally headed south. That was it. That was the line. And then the tune just sort of came to my head, and I sat down and wrote it probably in 20 to 30 minutes.
Wow, you kind of sound like a rapper.
And I was just cracking up and laughing through the whole thing.
Hey, you kind of sound like a rapper. You just got down there and started writing it quick. By the way, great song. Tell her where to find it again. I like that song. That was the first song I heard from you.
Thank you.
Tell the audience where to find it. Hello?
You're kind of cutting out on me.
Okay, now you hear me?
You kind of cut out. I didn't hear that.
You hear me? No, I was saying tell the audience where to find it at. You hear me?
I didn't understand you.
Tell the people where to find your song at.
Where can they find it?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. At Facebook, Dixie Rose Artist.
Okay. Man, them numbers. You gotta teach me how to do that. So is the guy that you mentioned that was helping you with the marketing, is he a part of your label, your team, or explain that?
To be perfectly honest, I don't even remember how I found him. He was on the internet, and I saw something, and we started kind of communicating through the internet. I've never met him in person. He's a Christian. He's very active in his Presbyterian church and in community activities with like a food bank. And I figured I want to deal with a Christian person.
Okay.
Because that's who I am, and I have faith in a Christian person. So I reached out to him. We communicated. He listened to the video. He watched the video. He listened to the song. Cracked him up, too. And he's got experience. I mean, this guy knows what he's doing because he has worked within the past couple of years, Rod Stewart, and he's been working with the Rolling Stones for years. He was on tour with them last year. Swear to God.
Man.
He was on tour with them last year, and he would have been on tour with them this year, but then this pandemic thing hit, and they had to cancel the tour. And he's hoping to, they're going to be out and about next year.
Man.
And he works with Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh, he's working with some real people, some legit people. Yeah, thanks for the internet. I mean, that's how me and you met through the internet. What up, man?
And he's his office. He he works out of his home, and he's in, I think, North Carolina. And he was around for the inception of Hootie and the Blowfish, getting them started years ago.
Yeah, but 500. My co-host is here right now, and you hear him?
Yo. No, I don't think I'm on.
Which? Hold on, real quick. Dixie, you on 4? Oh, I gotta turn it up. My bad. You can hear yourself?
No, is that it? That's not it. Try
Try
another one.
another one. This is. You said what?
Isn't that 5?
Yeah, this is 5. So 4. You hear yourself?
No, I don't.
Check. Hold on, Dixie. Sorry. What is this, real quick?
Try 3, bro.
3. You hear yourself?
1, 2, yeah.
Oh yeah, I hear you real good.
Yeah.
Okay, hold
All right.
on. I gotta turn this mic on. But while we at it, Dixie, re-explain yourself. He's never met you before. This is my co-host.
No, please don't re-explain yourself.
No,
I was listening in.
You was listening in?
Yes.
Okay. Well, talk.
You're amazing, actually.
Shout those views out again.
I love your accent. What part of the South you from? Dixie, can you hear me?
I barely hear you. I mean, it's like you're in a hole someplace. It's really hard to hear you.
Uh-oh.
Do you hear him now? Hold on.
I don't know. Can you hear Eric?
I can hear you a little better now.
Which part of the South are you from?
Oh, I was born in Kentucky, and I've been migrating south. Went to Tennessee, where I was years ago. I worked with Lonzo and Oscar, which means I worked on the Grand Ole Opry. And then I kept migrating south, and I ended up in Florida.
Oh, you're in Florida now. Amazing.
Yes.
And
in fact, the video where I'm out walking around and you can see the water behind me, that's the Swanee River.
okay. I haven't seen the video yet or heard the
video
song.
dope. The video dope.
Right. I heard you
Yeah.
up to 499,000 now. And you're excited about that 400.
Yes,
You're excited about that
I'm
499.
waiting for that to roll over. I am just waiting for that to roll over.
I do have a question though. So you have
Okay.
you have the 500,000. Did that translate to streams, downloads, or any other sales to make you an actual living from your song? Or not a living, but make you some money from your song?
What Chip has advised me, he's working on a system where we're going to send out emails to try to get, it's going to be like you hit one and then it'll automatically do itself, where we'll ask people for their email address and then we'll send them a song. And then I'll send them another email with information about the first song that they heard, and then there'll be a series of emails, and then at the last, it will direct them to the site that he built for me where I can sell my CD and my T-shirts, because I have them available now. And we were hoping that when I hit the $500,000, yeah, I wish, 500,000 mark, I could contact booking agents. And, this is part of my resume, and I've got this many people that like me, and this many people view the video, and maybe try to get out on the road, because I would really like to do that. But with the pandemic, that's been shot in the foot, so, I'm going to have to just sit and wait till venues are opening up and people are working again.
Well, they have a new way to make money online. they live stream your live performance.
Yes.
And so you can perform in your garage, you can perform in your living room, you can perform in your bedroom, you can make that an actual set,
especially
a stage, genre. And then what'll happen, especially that, right? Because you got the acoustic guitar, and But anyway, what that people pay $1, $2, $3, $4 to just see you for a 30-minute show. You know what I mean? Online right now, so we don't have to actually go outside.
Nope.
That's just a little game from the rap mentor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Especially with your genre. Your genre is perfectly set for that kind of style too.
So you still want to go ahead and get your emails up and get your fans up and everything. But once that happens, you want to live stream a live concert wherever you can find the space to actually perform in front of a camera. And an audience is behind the camera watching you, and they pay $1, $2, $3, whatever you charge them. It's not $100, but and then on Instagram, these people started the versus battles.
Yeah.
So these people, then took the versus battles and put them on Spotify.
Oh, I know that. They did that?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
So now,
that's smart.
You know what I'm saying? So we always find a way to get paid because we artists, man.
Yeah.
So that's the way right there.
You got $500,000. So
right, Dixie, you there?
Hello. You hear us?
I'm here. I haven't done anything with Instagram yet because Chip hadn't led me that way. I mean, right now we're working on Facebook and going to concentrate on trying to get me an email list so I can do like an email blast with things.
Okay.
And I didn't know about the live streaming, but my problem is I can't play guitar anymore. I had to have carpal tunnel surgery a few years ago, and I can't open my left hand to chord anymore.
You don't have to.
You can sing. I heard your vocals. You can sing.
You don't have to. And then you can find someone to just play the guitar in the background. I mean, in our rap world, there's a white guy who plays the ukulele. Or what is that? Is that a ukulele? The small looking guitar thing?
I don't know. I think
But he plays that.
He plays it.
And then
ukulele.
Yeah, and then rappers rap.
Oh, I never.
So it's a white guy who plays that, and then rappers rap, and they walk down the street or they're in a store or whatever. But you don't have to play it. Somebody else can play it while you sing it, which that's how it is. But you could do it. Don't ever hold anything back because of anything.
You're creative more than even just music. Creative.
Yeah, I have scoliosis. I have a broken rod in my back, but that doesn't stop me from jumping up and down on stage like I'm crazy. But
you're giving me some ideas.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the show. You're giving me some ideas too. $500,000. We're trying to get there.
Yeah, we're trying to get there. And so I like how was it Red 39? How did Red 39 come into your life?
Red 39 Management.
How did it come into your life?
I don't even remember. He was on the internet, and somehow I found him.
Oh, okay. So through social media.
That's how we found each other. Through social media.
So social media helped you find your management
I saw something
company.
about you, and I clicked on it, and we connected.
Right, absolutely.
Similar thing.
And so is what's the guy's name you keep saying? What's his name? The one that's helping you? Chip. Okay. So with Chip, it sounds like it's been a great journey. Is Chip someone who's been in the industry for a long time, or is he just starting as well?
I've been working with him for about 2 years now. Well, a year and a half. It'll be 2 years in January. But a year and a half. And this is what he's done for me under his guidance.
But is Chip, does he have a long game? Has he been in the industry for a while before he met you?
Well, he's been around. Like I said, he's been working with Rod Stewart and the Rolling Stones and Hootie and the Blowfish. He used to have an office in New York.
Yes, he's been in the industry for sure.
Not in the industry, the industry.
He was in the industry.
We gotta start calling him the Great Chip now.
The Great Chip. And that's cool. So with Red 39, are you paying? Like I don't know how deep we get into it, but some management companies want you to pay them up front for a package, and they'll do certain things for you monthly, quarterly, or yearly. Or some people will take a percentage on the back end. How is Red 39 helping the artists move forward, and what kind of packages are they offering?
Well, what I'm doing with him is $25 a month, and to me it's been worth every penny. That's nothing.
Is it only for country?
Because I contacted Yeah, I contacted some people in Nashville, and to promote to get me on, supposedly on the radio, they wanted $10,000 up front. I didn't fall off the tater truck last week.
Yeah, they want to.
Absolutely, you're right about that. Is Red 39 only exclusive to country music or all music?
Now, I didn't understand that.
Is Red 39 only exclusive to country music, or are they genre specific?
No.
Okay.
No, he's working with anybody. In fact, I think I'm the only country artist he's got.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. And how long have you been singing, Dixie?
All my life. My daddy was a professional musician, and there were guitars and around the house. And I remember as a little girl singing with my daddy, and then my daddy taught me to sing the straight line, and he sang the harmony. And he got together with his old band when I was about 7 years old, and they were doing a gospel sing, and he said something. They were up on stage, and he said, well, she can sing, so they called me up when I was 7. So the first time I ever sang in front of people, I was 7.
7? Man.
That's amazing.
Going back to the email part, explain to people how important an email list is when you're essentially doing it yourself, like promoting your music and so
on. Well, I'm a woman and I think my song appeals to other women. And years ago, because like I said, my daddy was a professional musician, so he knew a lot of people. And people, like, if you remember, I don't know if y'all remember, there used to be a show called Hee Haw, and Archie Campbell was the barber. Well, Archie Campbell was a good friend of my daddy's. And whenever he was playing in the area, he would call, and he'd come by and have dinner before he went to do the show. And sometimes Daddy would take his dobro and go play for him. But I was raised with Archie coming to our house. And then Archie had a show in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And the summer between my junior and senior year in high school, I worked for Archie. We had gone to his show, and he stopped by to see us, to have dinner with us. And I just made the comment. I said, well, you ought to put me in your show next summer. And he said, well, what can you do? And I said, I can sing, I can dance, I can do whatever you want. He said, well, sing something for me. So standing in the kitchen, I had on shorts and a T-shirt and barefoot, no music, a cappella. I sang, Please Release Me. And when I got through singing, he looked at my mama, and he said, this little heifer can sing, and if you and her daddy don't care, she's got a job next summer.
Wow.
So that's how I got my job. And I learned so much from Archie. I mean, when you deal with a professional, somebody that's been doing it forever, how to work an audience, how, if they're not really getting into you, how to, throw them a smile, look at this one. And one thing he taught me, don't look at the men, because I'm a woman. And at that time, I was a 17-year-old girl. He said, sing to the women, because you don't want the women in the audience to feel like you're a threat.
So you put out an album, or did you put out a few singles?
I put out, I've got a CD that's got 8 original songs on it, and I wrote 7 of those original songs.
I see that you have a couple of songs as well on you. Triple Shot of Fireball, and then another song.
Yes.
Triple Shot of Fireball.
Triple
As
Shot.
you can tell, there's a little bit of humor in my song.
Got a triple shot.
Because, you know what?
Fireball.
Triple Shot of Fireball.
Yeah. And then.
Well, it's funny. Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to, that idea, just my best friend had mentioned this liquor called Fireball.
Oh.
And the only Fireball I ever knew of was those little red hot candies that we used to get when I was a kid, and it was a dare to keep them in your mouth to see who spit it out first.
Right.
And that's the only Fireball I knew about. And she said something about Fireball, and I thought, triple shot, double shot, what? why would you, that's way too many fireballs.
Yeah.
And she said, no, it's a liquor. So I went and got it, and then I just thought it was funny. And I thought, okay, I can do something with that. So
Nice.
It took me about 2 weeks, and I wrote Triple Shot of Fireball.
Definitely. I think we want to play
We definitely want to play
your song, Headed Down South.
Okay.
Yep.
And I heard you. You said you walked past the mirror and you seen that everything that used to go east and west started heading down south.
It's finally headed south. And if you live long enough,
Headed south.
it's going to happen to everybody.
It's going to happen to everybody.
If you don't die young, you're going to get old.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to play that, though. We're going to play Headed South by Dixie Rose right now. I want
Okay.
everybody to tune in and check out the song. Also, go check her out on YouTube. That's Dixie Rose, just like the Mason Dixie, Dixierose. And, check her out. All right, let's go. Get her over to that 500,000, everybody. Let's go. My Rap Mentor, we in the building. Icy Jones, you know what it is.
When I was young, sort of pretty one, I never thought the day time and Mother Nature would take it all away. There was a time a friend of mine said my shape was gifted. I've still got my hourglass figure, but all my sand has shifted. My breast, my hips, my eyelids, the laugh lines around my mouth, everything that once went east and west is finally headed south. I still have shapely legs, but my thighs look like a Georgia road map. And the sagging skin on my eyelids and chin, plastic surgery will fix that. But of all the things that have gone so wrong with my body and my face, it now takes industrial wire to keep my 38 specials in place. Breast, my hips, my eyelids, the laugh lines around my mouth, everything that once went east and west is finally headed south. My breast, my hips, my eyelids, the laugh lines around my mouth, everything that once went east and west is finally headed south.
Welcome back
Yo.
to My Rap Mentor. That was Dixie Rose with Headed South.
Headed south, headed south. You there, Dixie?
I'm here.
Good song, by the way. May I say it again? What do you think? I see it's your first time hearing
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah, that was a song that needs to be
Thank you.
that needs to be played everywhere.
Sound like a hit.
Yeah, that is a good song. And it's real. It's true to life. And it's how I can't think of his name. Weird Al Yankovic. He used to make those comedy type songs, right? But this is a reality song that's just funny.
Doesn't happen to be funny.
It's just reality. You know what I mean? So I think that when everybody hears it, they're just gonna like it. It's because it's real. I appreciated it though, and I like the hook.
And one of the things I like about it too, it goes back to the concept we were talking about earlier, like finding a culture around to build a fan base. It fits a lifestyle of a demographic that can relate to it. It's relatable. At the end of the day, we want to listen to stuff that's relatable to our emotions. And I felt like, especially for that targeted demographic, it's funny, it's relatable. I mean, all of us can relate to it. It don't even have to be country. Nope. So I think that's the beauty of the song.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And it's real music, and real music is always appreciated. So, Dixie, good job. How long have you been recording music for yourself as a solo artist?
I recorded my CD 4 years ago. The only recording I had done prior to that was I sang harmony on somebody else's album on 3 songs. But this is the first thing I've done for myself. And I'm a widow. And when I decided, after my husband died, I went to a bad place. And when I started coming out, that's when I decided I wanted to do my music again. And I made some inquiries in Nashville, and everybody was very nice, but about 4 to 5, every time I called, I got the same story. You've probably got a great song, but you're too old. And the labels don't want anybody, they don't want to sign anybody that's over 19 years old. Well, first I got my feelings hurt, and then I thought about it, and I got mad, and I thought, well, they can tell me that a label don't want me, but they can't tell me that nobody don't want to hear my music, because there's something out there called the internet. So I made 2 trips to Nashville to do 2 sessions, and I had some of the best session musicians going. My lead guitar player, Brent Mason, has played on every session Alan Jackson ever cut, and most of Reba McEntire's. So, I mean, I had the best musicians going. My backup singers, I can't think of the first names, but they're brothers, and their last name is Davis. They work full-time with the band Alabama. They work with every recording that Alabama's ever done. So I had the cream of the crop. I put together my songs, which I think are good. I got the best. You get what you pay for. I paid for the best musicians. I put 2 sessions together, and I came up with 8 songs. And then I had my video done. And the whole objective of the video was to make it funny. So to go, and I thought Headed South is the one that's funny, because that's going to attract people, because everybody can relate to that. If you don't die young, you're going to get old, and everything's going to change.
Absolutely. And
I like how you said that even if a label didn't want you, people want your music, and that even translates into the hip hop grind. And I think a lot of us need to start thinking like that. Yeah. Because sometimes we get discouraged, like, oh, a label don't want us. Yeah. The label ain't the say all be all anymore.
Not nearly at all. However,
and the good thing about a label is they've got money to promote you, and you all know you got to have money for promotion.
Yes.
But the downside of a label is they tell you what you have to do. I don't want to do what's being put out there right now and promoted as country music. That ain't country music. That ain't what I was raised with. I want to do my music, and I want to do it my way. And as long as the good Lord's given me songs, I'm going to do what I want to do the way I want to do it. And as long as the internet is out there, I can continue to do that.
And I'm sure there's a lot of other independent country artists out there as well. Have you connected or been out there networking with any other any other country artists?
I'm really not. I'm really just focused on what I'm doing.
Okay.
Because I don't know what anybody else is doing, and a lot of them are on the road, and it's hard to connect with some people, because if the only way to do it is through Facebook, in a lot of cases, you can read their posts, but you can't communicate. So that's the difficult end of it. And even some independent record labels, they post stuff, but you can't communicate back with them. So you got to listen to what they've got to say, but you can't put an input in. So shoot, I started my own publishing company. I started my own record label.
Man.
End of story. I'll do it myself.
Perfect.
I am a farmer. I have cows for sale. When the cows go to market, I can go back to Nashville.
Say it again. I got cows for sale. Holla at Dixie,
In another
man.
life, you probably was a rapper. In another life.
She probably was. Hey, we appreciate you for your honesty and transparency today as well.
Uh-huh.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I was, so impressed today that you and I hooked up the first time, Eric, and we talked and we communicated, and it might be a totally different thing of music, but it's music. And
Yes.
we want to do what we want to do the way we want to do it. So we both think alike.
Yeah,
This is
and your
correct.
story, I just loved your story when we spoke. So I figured, like, if anybody gonna be the first country artist on here, it had to be you. So I just loved the story, and I'm pretty sure you can relate to it.
Absolutely.
You kind of got you're like the rap version of the hustle that she doing. So
Yeah, I appreciate it.
he's the rap version of the hustle you got.
She's really doing her thing. And I'm happy that you said age ain't nothing but a number.
Yes.
I'm happy you said that. Because people like to do that, but they also like to take they like to take what the industry says and make it their lifestyle.
Yes.
It's like, no. Just because they told you they don't want somebody
No.
over 19 doesn't mean you got to stop doing music.
Yes.
You're probably better than that 19-year-old.
More than likely. More polished.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I'm a lot better than I was at 19.
I'm a lot
And
better.
something
than
else
was
I
at
got on
19.
that 19-year-old, how much sense have you got when you're 19?
Not much.
I mean, face it.
Not much.
Not much. I didn't have that
We
much
can be real about
when I was
that.
19.
We could be real about that.
Uh-huh.
And so, yeah, I'm appreciative of that because some people do feel like they're too old, and so they just lay down. They just they fall on their sword.
Yeah.
And I think that's horrible because age is a number. It's on a piece of paper. It's your birthday. But that doesn't mean that you reach a certain point. I remember when I was like 20, I thought, oh, gosh, I'll hit 40 and I'll buy orthopedic shoes and a silver fox fur. No, I didn't. It's in your mind. And I didn't feel old at 40. I'm not going to say how old I am. I'm not no spring chicken, but I've got a farm here. I'm a widow. If I don't do it, it's not going to get done. So I'm doing fence. I'm feeding cows. I'm feeding horses. I bring in the feed once a month, and, that's 1,000 pound of feed's got to be unloaded once a month. Guess who does it? It's me. So I don't have an expiration date on my foot. I'm still alive. I'm still kicking. I've still got drive, and as long as I wake up every morning, I got stuff I want to do.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to do everything in my power to get it accomplished.
Do you have children, Dixie?
I have one daughter. And if you saw the video, you saw the map of Atlanta on my thigh. And my very artistic daughter drew that map of Atlanta. She didn't really know what a road map was because she's not into road maps, so I had to dig up an old map, and I went, this, and you put the big star for Atlanta, and then you write Atlanta out to the side, and then you make all these red and purple lines going every which way.
Yeah. How long did it take you when the label did tell you like, oh, you're too they don't want nobody over 19 or whatever? How long did it take you to build that motivation to get back on your journey with the music? Did it take a while?
Took me 2 weeks to get over getting my feelings hurt.
Uh-huh.
And then after I got over getting my feelings hurt, that's when I got mad. And I thought, they can't stop me. There's, this big wide internet out there. So I made some inquiries and some phone calls, and I knew about this particular studio in Nashville, Hilltop Recording. And I made a call, made my appointment. The way you have, and you work at a particular pace. You go in the morning and you sing, and the band does their part, and then you take a break, and then you come back and you put the vocals down, and then you take a break, and then the backup people come in. So I got 4 songs recorded in a day. 2 days later, I went back and picked up my master, came back to Florida. And then a couple of months later, I went back up because I had some more songs ready by then, and did the same thing all over again. But he does it at you got to know what you're doing, because it's not like these make-believe stories that they show on TV. Well, you go into the studio and you write a song while you're in there. That's wasting time, and that's wasting money.
Yes.
So you go in and you're prepared, and everything's ready, and they play it for the band. And the bands, these are professional musicians, and they've got their charts, and wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, you're done, and you're out of there.
I do want to ask, was Headed South produced digitally or live?
The song, if you're asking about the video, we just played we did the video, and then he added from my CD, he put the music to it, if that's what you were asking.
Well, no, I was asking were real instruments used in the recording process for the production of the song in the recording studio. Were live instruments used to for the producing of the song?
Yeah, I'm not understanding the question.
Basically, he was saying, as far as the music part, did they use live instruments, or was it made on the computer? Hello? You hear me?
Sound like she
Come back.
Sound like she gone.
Come back.
What's happening, man? It's Icy Jones with my rap mentor. You know what it is. Fridays, 12 noon, right here on Hot 7025. Every Friday, you understand? Who is you, man?
What?
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Eric Stackz.
Oh, okay. What you do? What you specialize in?
Oh, I specialize in teaching rappers how to rap, build fans, make money, and brand. You know, just the
Okay.
typical.
All right, man. Y'all got to check us out, man, so we can go ahead and tell y'all what's up right
Dixie.
now. We had Dixie Rose all the way from was she in Tennessee?
I think she's coming back.
No, she
but,
said she was in Florida.
I think so.
Yeah, we about to bring her back.
Oh, how do you? I don't know. I don't like this. No.
So,
But yeah, tell them what they learned though.
yeah, it was an amazing interview with her. For what I learned,
Yeah. Well,
that I need to call Red 39
Oh, yeah.
and pay $25 a
and
month.
what else I learned? The Great Chip is
The great
the
Chip.
best.
Yes.
we will address him by.
He
the
been in the
Great
game.
Chip.
Eric, G1 Raptor.
Oh,
Music.
G1 Raptor, my boy,
Say
all the way
here.
from London, bruv. What up, bruv? All the way from London, bruv.
All the way from London.
All the way from London, bruh. That's one of my
I can't wait to get
my
over
little
there.
homies. But
different
I
world.
do think it translated very well, because like what we talked about was just like most people. I think the reason why a lot of independent artists, it's hard for them to find a fan base a lot of times, because they don't make music that's a soundtrack for a certain demographic life, for a certain demographics lifestyle. And at the end of the day, we just want to listen to stuff that neatly fits into the things we do. So how you ever heard a song that you liked, but you don't realistically play it all the time?
Yep.
Probably because you like it and you respect it, but it doesn't fit into the things you do. At the end of the day, what we do,
Yeah.
we go to the gym.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that. I was like, man, I like certain guys' business acumen and their hustle, and then I don't necessarily subscribe to their music,
Yeah, same here.
right? Mo3 really dope. He's really dope. But but he mostly raps about killing, murder, and things that he did back in the day, And I'm just like, I can't.
Which you don't necessarily, yeah.
I
relate
can't.
to it.
You know what I'm saying? It just seems dark.
Yeah.
And it's a cool song, but it's just like, dang, that's too dark. But I can listen to Gucci, and he be talking that talk, but it's like the way Gucci do
Well,
it is
Gucci do
different.
it, and then too, you probably grew up with Gucci more.
Probably.
So Gucci already
See?
found a
He
space
probably
in
was
your
already
lifestyle.
in my lifestyle.
Yeah,
Boom.
see, that's
got
how
it.
it go
I
back
like
to.
it.
Yeah.
Look at this rap
Yeah,
mentor
you know what
over
I mean?
here.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Look at this guy.
No, but how I came with this conclusion, and I don't know if these are facts, but how I came with this conclusion, sometimes I just sit back and we talk lit usually.
Yeah.
And then, but stuff be coming to my mind, I start realizing like everything we listen to consistently, for the most part, fits in with our lifestyle. So I think what hurts independent artists, we try to go the more commercial route, right?
Easy.
And what I realize is most commercial fans don't really like the music, but the music fits comfortably to the things they do.
Yep.
Most commercial people, what they like to do, go clubbing, go to the mall. That music is already there. So I start realizing like no matter if you're independent, big, small, people like stuff that fits neatly into their lifestyle. They don't want to go out their way. So with us independent artists, what makes it hard is most people have to go out their way to listen to us. I mean, what's your take on that?
Instead of people going out their way, I go out my way to get to them. I mean, that's all I can say.
But I think what's good with your music is when I hear it, and I don't know if you did this on purpose, but when I hear it,
That's true.
it has a clear brand. It has a clear message. I know what you stand for, so I know you. So I can make the decision quickly.
Right.
Do his type of music fit into the things I'm into?
Right.
A lot of artists I hear, no clear message, no clear image.
Yeah.
So, I.
It's crazy. The homie Zone said, like, I know NF or Lecrae is dope. I just don't listen to them. That's just me.
Yeah.
And he's a Christian rapper himself.
Yeah, it don't fit his particular things he's into.
Right. And the same with me.
Like, I know they dope too, and I listen here and there,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I don't listen to them religiously.
I'm gonna say this.
Playing
NF is
words
dope.
religiously, but
Right? I like it.
But
that was no pun intended though.
yeah, I did.
All right. So look, that was a subconscious thing too. So Pete, right?
My freestyle real quick.
NF. I know he's dope. But he's dark. And I'm not dark. Yes, I may get into some down moments and stuff, but bro, I'm so full of light and life, and like I don't want to kill myself. You know, thoughts have came across your mind and things, you know,
Yeah.
but like, you know what I'm saying? I never took a bunch of pills to be like, oh, let me, you know what I'm saying? And I can't listen to music like that.
Yeah.
And certain people's music that are in that industry, they deal with depression and they deal with pain. And in the Christian hip hop industry, that's why they came to Jesus, for salvation and freedom. And so they let all that out. And I'm like, that ain't how I get down. So he's dope. But
Yeah,
I don't
he's a
listen to
dope
him.
artist,
And then Lecrae, he's just the #1 Christian hip hop artist in the whole industry. However, he's not the dopest. He's not the best. Yes, he's fit and he has character, but he's not the best.
Yeah, he has the it factor. But
Yes.
he's not the,
no,
I see
he's
what you mean,
not.
But he's not the
and
best.
that music didn't necessarily fit in my lifestyle. What did fit in my lifestyle when I was really coming up in Christian hip hop was worship music.
Worship music.
Praise, worship music. You know what I'm saying? That fit in my lifestyle as a Christian rapper. And so, you know, I listen to my peers. Man, I have a catalog of everybody's music that ever came across me. I never threw it away.
Oh, for real?
I only threw it away if it was trash because I listened to
Did
it.
it have to go back there
Other
where
than
it came
that,
from?
I got everybody's music, and I'm like, wow, bro, like, it's so many people that I've met and shaken hands with, and, like, how many of these people still do music today?
I wonder.
You know what I'm saying? How many people thought, like, Dixie, like they told Dixie, oh, you're too old. In hip-hop, bro, they always try to tell us that.
Oh, you too old hip hop at like 20.
They try to tell us that. Well, yeah, right? But if you have
25, you old in hip hop.
I just feel like if you have a track record of making records and putting them out since you were 19 or 20 something,
Yeah.
right? You can rap however long you want to.
Yeah, it's not like you're starting.
But don't start at 40.
don't start at 40.
I don't like that.
Unless
That's me though.
I know. Don't start at 40 unless whenever you just wrote your first
like Uncle
time,
Reese.
somehow it was just like Tupac mixed with Eminem level.
Yeah, you killing
But
it.
other than that,
Yeah, but
more likely don't start at 40.
But here, if you do start at 40 and you feel like it's that time, then do like Dixie did.
But
You know what I'm saying?
but you have to be realistic with yourself too. Like you got to
Yes.
be real. Like my chances of being a pop star is probably
Yeah,
done.
And Dixie just told you they don't want you.
Yeah.
So don't go looking for
Don't
the
go
for the
Yeah, you can still
for the
get a
deal.
fan base.
You can still get a fan base. I probably won't be in it if it
Yeah.
ain't dope. But I'm almost 40. But I've been rapping since I was 18.
Yeah.
I've been putting out real records since I was 18.
catalog,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And so like people know me as that. I can't change that.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna always be that. Even LL Cool J will always be LL Cool
And
J.
then, but that goes back to the lifestyle thing too, right? A lot of rappers that's 40 or older, they try to make kid music. You don't no longer fit into the kids' lifestyle. So I
Right.
feel like as you grow, your music should grow. Hip hop is always going to be
few.
associated with youth. But as I grow, I try to make my content grow so I will always have a fan base. If I'm rapping for me, I'm not like an alien. There's people who relate to me. Then I make music for people that relate to me.
Yeah.
And I think like when you is starting off at like 40, people try too hard to rap for kids. You don't no longer fit in the kid demographic.
No, you don't.
Rap for people. And hip hop is always going to be associated for youth. I'm not saying you got to be like boring and like super serious and shit. But for the most part, you got to rap. People just want music to their lifestyle.
Yep.
That's what now maybe I'm wrong. I mean, do you agree with me? Yes or no?
Yes, I do.
came with that
No, I do.
kind of recently.
I do. And yes, I know a few UK artists.
Uh-huh.
I only knew one Christian UK artist. His name was
I've
Panache.
never heard a UK Christian artist before.
Yeah, his name was Panache.
Was he a rapper
He was
or
a rapper. He
a
was
rapper?
dope. He was dope. That was when I first became a Christian rapper.
Okay,
He was
okay.
doing this thing. And then how do I feel about Uncle Reese? Uncle Reese is dope. I don't listen to all his music and everything, but what I heard from him, he's dope. He's absolutely dope. I want to go. We got 5 minutes.
Okay. Do your thing.
I want to go into this. The reason I don't really always listen to Christian hip hop is because it's the same message all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I don't get no transparency like that. I don't get any your real struggle. You know what I'm saying? It's only a few artists out there that do that. And they lay it all on the line as Christian rappers. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I listen to.
So are you saying some are trying to be too clean and too wholesome?
Yeah, but not even that. It's just too clean, right? Wholesome is not one of them, but too Christian-y, like Jesus.
No, you have a point. Look,
I did that before.
I don't know a lot about Christian hip because I haven't listened to a lot. But one of the things I told you attracted me to your music was you gave me the message, but you didn't cram it down my throat. You gave me the message as I look at it like as we homies. We talk a lot. You're gonna give me the message that's a part of you, but you don't cram stuff down my throat.
I can't. And before I'm a Jesus freak.
Yeah.
So you know that when I walk through the door. So I don't have to express that in every song.
Hey, like,
you feel me?
I tell anybody, bro, I don't even care if it's what you call secular music. I don't like when you overly cram money and women in my face.
In my face, bro. It's too much.
Look, I'm not a holy guy, but I don't like when you shove that down my throat.
Nope. And that's just what it really is, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about the last thing, though. We didn't get to it. But as far as everybody, man, trying to get a fan base and trying to build a fan base and all of these other, things of getting everybody to follow you. My following is not big on any platform. Not Instagram, not Facebook, definitely not YouTube, not TikTok, not Snapchat.
My TikTok,
and I
non-existent.
can make a living off my music. Just want to let y'all know that.
Yeah.
It's just the reality. But you got to be a hustler. You got to hustle. You got to grind. You got to do this for real. You know what I'm saying?
And you got to add value to people, too, more than just the music.
Do. I'm sorry,
that's the difference you got, too.
Yeah,
you have value more than just
But
the
that's the grind, though. That's the
Yeah.
hustle. You got to understand there's more than just this microphone in a booth.
Even within your branding, though. And I'll say the same thing with myself, too. I feel like we add value. Like, if you're into us, you get some form of value. It's just not like all selfish. Hey, look at me. We're rapping.
I agree.
You get something from it sometimes.
I agree. And so I want to let y'all know, man, you can go get your fans and do everything, but that's not the end all be all. Fans are going to always come all the time. And then they're going to go.
They're going to leave, yeah. Someone's going to come, someone's going to leave.
Right? Don't worry about that. Focus on your craft. Focus on your brand. You know what I'm saying? Focus on your values and your responsibilities and your business. You feel me? So at the end of the day, it's like that's what makes me Icy Jones. That's what makes Bug Out Situations, because I've been doing it for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been a Christian rapper 2020 for 10 years. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not your average Christian rapper. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been through life and I keep going through life. You know what I mean? And it's like, yes, God is there. And yes, Jesus is amazing. And you're going to hear that in my music.
And
because
you definitely wear it on the forefront.
But, bro, I make music and hip-hop. So let me get you something that you can rock to. And let me fit your lifestyle.
Yeah. Let's go back. Yeah. I feel like when you make music, bro, when you make music, you explain everything you're about.
Because every Christian that's my age ain't a mother in the church sitting in all white in the front row screaming, bro. Hallelujah. They not.
Bro. Speaking of that, too, that song you made. We got to play that thing. Did you ever play that yet?
Yeah, we can play it.
Well,
whenever
you're ready. Time, but
whenever
we'll
you're
play
ready.
that next week, though.
Yeah.
You don't got to guess anything. That song hot, bro. That's my favorite song.
And that's the reality.
I felt the pain from that song.
That's my reality.
And a lot of your songs, I do feel it, but that one felt just a little more closer. We definitely got to play it.
Bro, when are you dropping Whiskey?
Oh, that's on the low. I ain't going to tell nobody yet. It's going to be a surprise. I'll tell you, but it's going to be a surprise. But we out 55. We out. Oh, that's a good way to go out. Now we out 55. Yeah. Throw that little subliminal in there.
One love, man.
All right.